All right. So thank you so much for joining the today's masterclass organized by Ellipse Education. Um, First of all, let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. I am Abhishek Agarwal. I am a Microsoft certified Azure data engineer having 8 years of Azure data engineering experience. With me in the today's masterclass, Vail Murugan will be assisting us. He has 15 years of experience into big data and cloud domain, and he will be the tutor of for Snowflake Data Engineering Masterclass, right? And he designed the course curriculum for you guys. I am assisting him to conduct the overall masterclass and also to host the today's demo, right? All right. So first of all, let me take you through the Ellipse Education website, right? In Ellipse Education, we provide the training from the mentors who are working in the industry, such as I am a Azure data engineer. So I provide all the training related to Azure data engineering domain. Similarly, Whale works in a AWS domain and a big data domain. So he takes care of all the training related to AWS domain and then Snowflake domain and then the Fabric data engineering, right? He takes care of all the training related to that. And then in Education Ellipse, we basically provide the training from the mentors who are working in the industry, as I told you, right? And we not only will help you in real-time projects. So basically, we are working in real time, so we try to teach what we have done in the company, right? That is what we teach. So we will help you to learn real-time projects. And once you learn a real-time projects, you also need to understand how to crack interviews, right? So we will help you to understand that what are the interview question can be asked from those projects, right? And how to handle a scenario based question and how to handle the questions such as what are the technical challenges you have faced, right? All of those kind of a question also we will assist you. And then we will also take a mock interview. And our batch size is not huge. It's not like 50, 20, 50, 100 people are attending together. We take like limited number of students. We help them till the time they get a job, right? So we take 20 students only, and we will help you till the time you get a job, right? So you will be working with 20 working professionals and you will do projects together. We will help you to write those projects in your resume, and then ultimately we'll also help you in mock interview and interview guidance as well, right? Why to choose us? It's a personalized learning, as I told you that it's a like a small batch size learning together with the mentor, right? And then we will help you in the resume preparation, mock interview. We have a 7-day refund policy as well. So if you the all of you have come to us and then joined us virtually, right? So I know there should be some sort of a trust factor, right? So we are giving you a 7-day refund policy. If you're not satisfied with our training, you can come back to us and ask for the refund in 7 days, right? That is also there. And we are basically providing this training from the COVID time, right? So we started this training journey because all of our working professionals got some free time during the coronavirus, and then we started helping friends, and then they got a job. So we thought of launching this company and then training professionally. So we know the market, right? We know our competitors. So if you get a similar course anywhere in the market in lower price, you can come back to us and we'll give you the refund, right? Then, as I told you that we provide the training of Azure data engineering, Databricks and Spark, and then AWS data engineering, Fabric, Snowflake, right? And then Power BI, MS SQL, Python, right? So you can check out all of this course curriculum, and then we have a recorded course as well. So if you're looking for a recording rather than live session, if you want to learn fast and then switch fast, right? All of those kind of a training if you're looking for, then we have a recorded material as well, which you can also go for. And then let's jump to our Snowflake Data Engineering Master Program, right? So in this Snowflake Data Engineering Master Program, as I told you, Vail Murugan will be our tutor, right? And then in the today's demo, we will cover what is modern data warehouse, what is Snowflake, what are the tools you should learn, how much coding you require, right? All of that. Then we will also learn about what are the salary insight, and then how much salary you can get, right? And you can also ask questions directly from your tutor, which is Vail Murugan, right? This course is for anyone who is looking for Snowflake understanding, has a basic knowledge about SQL, right? Want to gain like 3 years of experience, wants to do two real-time projects, right? It's a 20 people batch size training, right? We will help you in the resume preparation, mock interview. It's a 7-day refund policy, all of that which I already told you. You can download the course curriculum from here, right? You can check out the course curriculum, right? I'm also sending the link in the chat. You can go through it. We will anyways run through this syllabus right now. Okay, you can check out the Wales profile from here. You can understand what are the projects he has done, right? That you can understand from here, right? And then you can check out the reviews over here. You can check out like the reviews of the people from the LinkedIn profile as well. You can go through it, right? And you can also check out the reviews from here, right? You can go over here. You can check out the reviews from here, right? Um, like you can so suppose this is the AWS review for the whale, and then this is also AWS review, and then this is also like a Snowflake review, right? You can check out, you can read the reviews, all the reviews over here, right? That you can do. And then after the course curriculum, you'll get the certificate, right? You can basically, if you want to enroll, right? This is the pricing of it, but we'll give you some offers in the end of the class so that you can enroll. And if you're not here for any sort of enrollment, right? If you're just here for some knowledge, then also you'll understand what is Snowflake, how to approach Snowflake, what are the tools to learn, what is the salary which you can target, right? And what is the roadmap you should follow. So please be in the end of the demo, right? So that you can understand everything. Now, before coming to the master class, I was writing all the question which you guys might have, right? So these are the general question which is there from the people, right? So suppose sometimes people are confused about what is cloud, why Snowflake, what is Snowflake, right? What is modern data cloud platform, right? And sometimes people have a question about I am a fresher, I have a career gap, I am 5 to 10 years of experience guy. Can I switch? How I can switch? Because the career path of a fresher can be different, a career gap can be different, right? And 5 to 10 years experience, the guys career path can be different. Then sometimes people have a question about, hey, am I eligible for this course or not, right? I am from Power BI background, I am from SSIS background, I am from Informatica background. Can I switch? How I can switch? Then sometimes people have a question about, hey, Abhishek, like coding is required or not, right? And SQL is required or not, Python is required or not, right? How we can learn? And then sometimes people have a question about how we will practice the live project, how we will practice on Snowflake, how we'll practice on AWS or Azure cloud platform, right? And how we'll approach the interview, how we'll handle scenario based interview question, right? And then sometimes people have a question about, hey, if I want to learn fast track, how I can learn it, right? How I can finish the syllabus in 15 days, right? So we will make sure each and every question is answered in today's masterclass. And if you have any question which is not written here, you can also type your question in the chat, and we are regularly checking the chat. We'll answer the chat as well, and also we will address this question, that question. Okay. All right. So we will try to cover all of this question, right? And then if you need a today's recording, right? Recording of the whole masterclass, you can type your number in the chat, and I'm again sharing my screen. Give me a moment. You can also type your number in the chat, and then we will be sharing the today's recording with you guys, right? So please type your number in the chat so that we can reach out to you and share the today's recording, and then we will follow this particular um, um, like topic by topic. We will basically cover like this, right? So we will first go through the introduction, which I already given. Then Whale will share the screen and he will go through why warehouse, what is modern data warehouse, then what is data engineering, then what are the tools will be covered, how much coding is required, who can learn, roadmap which he designed for you guys, right? Then where to practice, right? All of that will be covered. And then we will cover up the questions such as that, hey, like how the recordings will be given, right? What are the different things we are offering, right? How we'll approach the interview, what are the certification you can do, what is the salary you can expect, and we will give you some offer in the enrollment for the enrollment in the last of the demo, right? So this is how the overall masterclass will go. Please stay till end of the masterclass, and if you want the today's recording, and if you want the slides and then everything, whatever has been shared in the today's masterclass, please share your number in the chat and we will share those details with you, right? So I request Whale to share the screen now, and then he will take you guys through overall syllabus which he has designed for you guys, and then you can understand that, right? So Whale, you can share your screen and then take us forward, please.
Thanks, Abhishek. Yeah. Hi, everyone. This is Vail here. Okay, I think everyone can see my screen.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can see that. Yes.
so yeah. So about myself, I have 16 plus years of experience. So I worked with different data platforms, different data products, architecturing solutions. I worked on data engineering products. So I worked on premises, on the cloud with different startups, enterprise companies, and then bigger organizations. So I have used Azure, I've used AWS. I worked on ETL systems. I worked with data warehouse, data lake, so different kind of data systems. So I worked on big data systems like data platforms, data warehouse systems like Redshift, Snowflake, so different systems. I have a good experience on different data engineering solutions. Okay, that's about myself. So today we will get into the today's agenda. So we're going to see why we need data warehouse. Okay, in data warehouse, in the current scenario, so in the current scenario, how it is used and what are the latest futures your data warehouse has it. So we are going to discuss about latest future. Okay, so we know that data warehouse is there for a lot of years. Okay, and Snowflake is there, and Snowflake has a lot of futures. But we are going to see how it is used in a modern data platform and what are the advanced future it has. So we are going to discuss about all this thing, and then we will discuss about in the course what are the tools we are going to use and what we are going to cover in the course. We will discuss about that, and we will discuss about the course syllabus, roadmap, projects, and like where we will practice. Everything we will discuss in the session. Okay. So first, let us start. So why we need data warehouse in an organization? Why we need data warehouse? So in an enterprise, they have different business group. Okay, so within the enterprise, they have different teams. So let us say you are working for a organization. They are working on banking, or they are working on insurance, or they are working on a different kind of manufacturing or a different retail systems. So you are working for a company organization. They are doing some other like banking or insurance kind of work. So inside the organization, they have different business group like sales, marketing, finance, so like that operations. So they have different systems within the organization itself. Okay, so they have a lot of applications which are used by this application teams. Okay, so they have teams like sales team uses a lot of applications, finance team uses a lot of application. So like that, different team uses different products within the organization. So you need to collect this data and you have to store it in a centralized place. Then only I can do intelligence. Okay, so you are going to collect the data from various systems. You are going to centralize it into one place. Then you can do intelligence. So that for that you are going to use data warehouse. So you are going to use data warehouse and you are going to collect the data from different system and store it in a centralized place and do intelligence from it. So what kind of intelligence? So we can use for dashboard reporting. So we are going to use for different purposes. Okay, so in an enterprise, in a enterprise, they have a data platform. So they have a data platform. In the data platform, they can perform different kind of activity. Okay, so they can perform different kind of activity. So they can do and analytics like a building dashboard, building reporting, business intelligence, making data-driven products. They can build the solutions related to the data. Okay, so they can do data analysis, data engineering, and they can do machine learning, artificial intelligence, like that. They can do different kind of solutions. So in organization, they have a data platform which is used for centralizing the data, collecting from different sources, storing it in a centralized place, and use it for different purpose. Okay, so your data warehouse, it's going to be a centralized storage system to collect the data from different system, and we are going to use by different consumers. So we are going to act between the different systems here. So your Snowflake is going to be a central system where it's going to collect data from different sources. Okay, so the data are going to come from different business group. You're going to collect this data and then you're going to do analytics. So the data can come from different sources. It can come from social media. It can come from devices. It can come from SaaS product, ERP systems, different sources in your organization. There can be multiple sources. So from the sources, the data is going to come and you are going to store the data, and the data are going to be used for different kind of operation, advanced analytics, business intelligence, like the different operations. So for organization, Snowflake can be used as a data platform. Snowflake can be used as a data platform for doing data engineering activity. As a data warehouse, you can use as a data warehouse. You can do data science. You can do data sharing easily. You can build data applications. You can use it for different purpose. Using Snowflake, you can build a different kind of operations. So on top of Snowflake, you can do different kind of activity. So that is the advantage we have. So in organization, there are different business group. So like sales, marketing, different business group, they have different data pipelines and they are creating data products. Okay, they are creating data products and that data products can be used for different purpose. It can be used for BA or spreadsheets. It can be used for automations, AI-driven applications, analytical applications. So your organization has multiple kind of consumers, different kind of analytical operations, and we are working on different data products. So for that, you can use Snowflake and then build a data warehouse system, and you can build the data products, and the data products can be used for different purpose. So you may work on data mesh architecture in your organization. They may have a data mesh architecture and they build data products. Okay, so they may work on different kind of data engineering activity, or they are going to work on data science. So as a Snowflake developer, as a Snowflake data engineer, we are going to work on the collecting the data, transforming the data, and then building data models. Building the data model so your consumers can use it for different purposes. Okay, so we are going to work on building the data models. We are going to work on collecting the data, storing the data used by different purposes. Okay, that is what we do as a Snowflake developer or a data engineer. So in the data platform, in the Snowflake data platform, we are going to work on the multiple data sources. We are going to collect the data and store it. So that is what we do it in the data platform. Okay, in the modern data platform. For that, we use different tools. So for this activity, we use different tools. So for ingestion, we use different tools. For transformation, we do different tools. So we have multiple layers. So within this, your data platform, you have different layers. So for that, use different tools. Okay, so in a data platform, we use different tools for ingestion, for transformation, for data modeling, and then when the data sharing. So we are going to do multiple operations here. So in your Snowflake, you can do data engineering. You can collect the data from various systems. You can do ingestion. So you can do ingestion in different ways. So I can collect the data from various systems, various sources. I can collect the data. So ingestion can be in a batch processing. It can be in a streaming mode. You can collect the data from different systems. You can also do ingestion of semi-structured data, unstructured data also. So you can collect data in different ways, and you are going to do transformations, and your data are going to be used by the consumers. So that is what it is happening in the data platform. In data platform, we are going to collect the data from different sources, and we are going to use the data for organization activity. Okay. So we know that in organization, they have OLTP, and they have OLAP. So why OLTP is required? Why OLAP is required? So OLTP are transactional database. Okay, so your OLTP systems like your MySQL, Postgres, Oracle, SQL Server are a transaction database that cannot scale. So it cannot store large amount of data and it cannot run long running queries, and it is a row level processing system. It is meant for transactional processing, transactional database. Whereas your OLAP database, like your Snowflake, is a OLAP database which is meant for larger processing of data. It can horizontally scale and it can process large amount of data. Okay, so in enterprise, They use OLTP for storing operational data, and they use OLAP for analytics, advanced analytics. So they do it for multiple operations. Okay, so in the course, we are going to use like Snowflake, where we are going to collect from Snow like different OLTP system, and we are going to bring it to data warehouse, and then we are going to do processing. So in the course, so we are going to use we are going to collect from different sources, and we are going to do ingestion. So for ingestion, we are going to use different tools. We may use ADF, you can use Airbyte, or you can use Glue with Spark to do ingestion. And then we are going to store it into data warehouse, and we are going to do transformation. So ingestion we are going to do, transformation we are going to do. So we are going to use DBT for transformations. We are going to use Airflow for orchestration. We are going to use Airbyte or ADF for ingestion. So we are going to work on multiple things. So we are going to work on data platform, building a data platform. So for a bigger organization, how data platform works, we are going to understand that. And real time, we are going to work on projects using this architecture. Okay, so using this architecture, we are going to build a project, and we are going to learn how to integrate, how to do ingestion, how to bring the data into data warehouse, how to build data models, and your fact tables, dimension tables, build star schema or Snowflake schema, and then work on the transformations and then loading the data. So we are going to see ingestion, transformations, and data consumption. So different parts in the course. Okay, so that is what we are going to cover in the course. Okay, so this is what so we have seen so far in the organization. What is a data platform, and in data platform, what they do, what are the stages are there, like ingestion, transformation, different stages. Okay, and in the Snowflake, we are using Snowflake as a data platform. Okay, so we are going to store the data, and then we are going to use the data from Snowflake. Okay, so that is what we have seen so far. Now let me go into the next section. So in the course, what are the tools we are going to learn, and what are the like projects we are going to do. So we will see that. So in the course, we are going to learn along with Snowflake, we are going to learn DBT, Airflow. So if you have knowledge in SQL, you can learn this, because we are going to do SQL based transformation using DBT, and we are going to use Airflow. We are going to create workflow using Airflow, or we can create like workflows using ADF. Okay, so we can create using ADF. So in the course, we are going to use DBT, Airflow, and Snowflake. And also ingestion, we can do it in different ways. So we are going to use for ingestion, we are going to use Airbyte or Glue or ADF here. Okay, so we are going to use ETL tools for ingestion here in the course. So we will use ADF for ingestion, or Airbyte here for ingestion, or PySpark code here. So you can do ingestion using UI tool. So Airbyte is a UI based tool where I don't have to write code. So using ADF or using Airbyte, I can do UI based way of ingestion. I can do it. If you are from Python background, then you can learn PySpark and Glue. So you can write code and do ingestion. There are multiple options of doing ingestion. So in the course, we are going to cover all this thing. So using Airbyte, UI based ingestion, or ADF, or PySpark. So we are going to learn that. And transformation using DBT. Okay, so transformation using DBT we are going to do. And we are going to learn transformation using, if you are from Python background, transformation using Snowspark, transformation using SQL. So that is also we are going to learn in the course. Okay. So these are the tools we are going to learn in the course. Other than that, we will see advanced features of Snowflake, like how to use Snowflake Workspace. So in Snowflake, you have Workspace. So how efficiently you can use Workspace, and how you can use the AI feature in Snowflake. You have Cortex Analyst. So how efficiently you can use this AI feature. So I can write. So I have some data models already. So you can see my data models. So I can talk to my data models. So I can talk to my data models and build queries. Okay, so I'm doing self-service analytics. Okay, using my data models, I can ask questions here in chat, and it builds the queries for me. So you can see here I'm asking how many units sold for a particular product. it's giving me the query here. So using AI from my data models, I am able to talk to my data models and fetch the data. So I'm using Cortex Analyst, which is an advanced feature in Snowflake, and I'm talking to my data models and building the query dynamically. So I can do this using Cortex Analyst, or I can use like in Snowflake, you have workspace. You can use workspace and you can chat with your workspace and build queries. Okay, so for example, okay, it's going to analyze my database and build the queries here. So I can use help of like AI functionality provided by Cortex Analyst functionality provided by Snowflake, and we are going to build the queries here. So we are using Cortex Analyst for building the query. So we are using help of AI to build the queries. So you can do self-service analytics using Cortex Analyst, or you can use Workspace and build the queries. In the course, we are going to use both. So we are going to use both. How to use the advanced features, we are going to see it, and for how to build queries using AI features in the Snowflake, we are going to see that. Okay, so along with the basics of data warehouse, so we are going to learn the basics and then get into advanced feature. So if you see the syllabus, so we are starting with basics. So I'll go to the syllabus and then I'll go to the projects. So in the syllabus, so we are starting from basics. We are learning about Snowflake architecture, how to create tables, how to create stage, how to do cloud integration, how to integrate with your AWS or Azure. So how to integrate with your cloud accounts. We are learning the basics and we are working on orchestration, how to use Airflow and do orchestration. So how to build a pipeline using Airflow. We are learning that. And we are also learning with like Snowspark, how to do transformation using DBT. So we are learning the DBT advanced concepts here, like incremental models, materialization using different kind of models, and we are building a project. So a project we are using DBT, Airflow, and we are building the project. Okay, and then we are working with ADF using ingestion. So in the first project, we are doing ingestion using Airbyte. We are using ingestion using Airbyte and then DBT for transformations. We use SQL here. So we use SQL for writing the code. Okay, and then we are learning ADF, how to use ADF for ingestion alone. So ADF, if you want to learn ADF for ETL pipelines or a complete picture about ADF, then you have to go for Azure Data Engineering course. So in this Snowflake course, we are using ADF only for ingestion, only for collecting the data from data sources here. So we are going to cover only like few features about ADF in this section, and then we are getting into advanced features where we are learning streaming, we are learning about Snowpipe, so streaming concepts, and then bringing like Cortex models, building semantic models. So we are learning the advanced feature, then performance tuning, optimizations. So we are understanding from basics to the advanced concept in the course. And we are learning two projects in the course. So let me go to the projects. We are doing two projects. The first project, so we are building a multi-hop architecture, like a Medallion architecture. So we are collecting the data, we are ingesting the data, and we are transforming the data. So here we are taking a real-time scenario, and we are building the data models. We are building the dimension tables, fact tables, building a star schema, and then we are working on a use case. Like we are working on an industrial use case, and we are like trying to run the query and then see the output. Okay, so here we are using DBT for transformation, Airflow for orchestration, and for ingestion we are using Airbyte or Glue. So we can do ingestion using Airbyte or Glue here. So this is the first project we are doing. So in the first project, we use DBT for transformations and we do data modeling. We are learning data modeling in the first project. And in the second project, so in the second project, the streaming pipeline, where we are working on streaming concepts here. We are using getting the data from Kafka or Kinesis, and we are working on streaming data. And we are learning advanced concepts like stream task, and we are building a ETL pipeline, streaming pipeline, and working on the concepts here. So that is what we are learning. Along with this, we are building a semantic model. So I can use it for self-service analytics. So I can use it for building a data model and talk to my data model, build a bot from the model. So we are understanding that. So we are learning that also from the model. Okay, so we are learning the advanced concepts also and then basic concept also in the course. Okay, so this is what we are learning in the course. Okay, so any questions from anyone on the roadmap or on the syllabus or on the data platform? Any question from anyone? So you can unmute yourself. If you have any questions, you can ask now.
Hi, Srinivas here.
Yeah.
You said like you'll be teaching the ADF also, like it is not in depth, but like very basic thing or how it is.
Yeah, very basic thing. That means like here we are going to see ADF in one or two sessions because the main purpose here is for ingestion only. We are not going to do ETL transformation in ADF. We are just connecting to SQL server, pulling the data and writing to data warehouse. That is what we are doing it in ADF. So we are going to see simple pipeline. So we are not going to work on transformation. So with the ADF, you can do a lot of transformation. You can build a lot of transformations. So we are not going to cover that. So what we are going to do is connect to the source, pull the data and write it to, we are doing only ingestion. So collecting the data from source and writing to data warehouse. For that only we are learning in this course. So if you want to learn ADF completely, you need to go for Azure Data Engineering course where we teach ADF completely.
Okay.
Yes, sir. This is Anusha.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm very new to this data engineer. I know about blob storage and data lake storage in Azure. I thought that ingestion process will happen on blob storage. I'm thinking that the loading of data from different sources to the Azure service, then it is called as ingestion. But here, I'm assuming that ADF is used for transformations.
So
How you
ADF, using ADF, you can do ELT also, you can do ETL also. So ADF, you can use it for multiple purpose. Okay, so I can collect the data, I can push it to data warehouse, I can do transformation logic within my data warehouse. So that is, we call it as ELT. Okay, so we are extracting data, loading it to your data warehouse, and I'm doing within data warehouse. So for that also you can use ADF. And you can take the data, do transformation within ADF. You can write the transformation logic. So you can place it in your data lake. You can store it in data lake and do transformation within ADF. So for that also you can do ETL there. That is ETL. For that also you can use ADF. So in organization, we use for both. Data warehouse is a costlier system. So we cannot use for all the purpose data warehouse. Okay, so where your operation should be faster, where the performance of your SQL should be faster, for that application, they may go for data warehouse, or where the data model should be created, they go for data warehouse. Otherwise, they are going to store it in data lake, and from there they are going to transform and use it for different analytical systems. Okay, so in organization, ETL is done or ELT, both is done.
Okay, can you say exact meaning of ingestion, sir?
Ingestion is nothing but collecting from source and then you are writing it to target.
Okay,
So
whole process
so
can be called as ingestion.
yeah, so ingestion. So let me show the different ways of ingestion. So you can see all this are ingestion, right? So you are collecting from source and writing it to data warehouse. So it can be a flat files, can be from on premises, so it can be from streaming. So it can be different things. You are copying it and then loading into your in the raw form. You are loading into data warehouse. Okay, that is the ingestion process. You are not transforming the data. You are taking it in the raw form, storing it as it is in the bronze layer. Okay, in data warehouse, we can have a bronze schema and store all the data as it is. Then I can do transformations.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Any question from anyone?
Sir, just one more question. Like Azure is there, AWS is there, Snowflake is there, and GCP is there.
Yeah.
And so now, like, if you learn Snowflake also, like, I mean, in the current market scenario, which will be the good, like more trending one? What is it all?
It is like so if you are like we cannot say that it is like in organization they use AWS for ETL. Okay, they have a lot of applications. They use ETL tools like they use Glue, they use ADF, they use applications ADF. So that is also the job opening is there. That is also trending, and they have data warehouse where they store the data and then they use it. So that is also has open. You cannot compare both, right? Both has like opportunities are there. So we cannot say this is better and that is better, right? Because organization use both. So for some application, they store the data directly into as in a blob storage or ADLS, or they store it to S3 into data lake. For some applications, they store it into data warehouse and they use it from data warehouse. So there is always this all technologies or the frameworks are used for different purpose. It's solving the different problems. Okay, so all these things are trending in the market. We cannot compare both. We need to, if you are an experienced person, you need to learn both. Okay, so if you are like having 10 years of experience, or if you have like 5 to 8 years of experience, you need to know both. If you are in the beginner level, you can learn either of one. You can get into either ETL side or you can learn into data warehouse side. So you learn that first completely, then get into others. But if you're experienced enough, then you need to learn both because we are going to use both in enterprise scenarios.
Okay.
So Srinivas, what's your profile? Can you tell me like what's your experience, what you work on, and then accordingly we can tell you like which one can be best for you.
Like I am working as a senior data analyst,
Okay,
having a 9 years of experience. I am
okay,
using a Snowflake too, but I mean, for a offshore team, we don't have the injection and all. Like we can write the queries and fetch the data and
okay,
connect it to the tool and create the dashboards.
okay. So you are data analyst, so you probably are familiar about SQL, and then you are mostly working on SQL, right? Most of the time.
Yeah, SQL and Tableau.
SQL and Tableau, right? So for
Yes.
you, if you are like if you are more familiar about SQL, right? So the first thing which you definitely you should go is Snowflake, because here Snowflake is like totally built upon SQL, right? Many things you can do using SQL. So it would be easy for you to switch here, right, as a Snowflake. Now once you learn Snowflake, and then if you feel that, yeah, in your company, so like, do you guys use Azure or AWS by any chance? Do what kind of cloud you guys use?
Yeah,
Like in your company?
AWS.
AWS, right?
AWS.
So what you can do, like now it's pretty clear, right? So suppose you should definitely go for Snowflake, because Snowflake is built upon SQL, right? And you are a very a SQL guy, right? So you should go for
Yeah.
Snowflake. And then at the same time, like in your organization, AWS is learned. So Snowflake integration with AWS is the best choice for you ideally, because you can learn Snowflake and then you can integrate Snowflake with as AWS tools such as Glue or like AWS integration. So you should focus on AWS data engineering plus Snowflake integration. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. We will cover up this kind of a question going forward as well, so that you guys can understand your profile in general, right? All right. Anybody has any question, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Uh, Actually, uh, we are doing ETL. We will do ETLs in data engineering, right? Extract, transform, and load. Here we are loading data into the target service.
Mhm.
And then again, we are telling about data warehouse. This is nothing but data warehouse, right?
Yeah, this is database.
How we can differentiate between data warehousing and ETL?
So with ETL, you bring the data in raw form, then you transform in the ETL tools, then you store it into, again, you can store it into data warehouse or you can store it into data lake. Okay. So with ETL tools, like you can do transformation, then load it into different place. Whereas when you are using data warehouse, you bring the data, you bring it to data warehouse, and you run it on data warehouse. In data warehouse, we have computation layer. So you keep the data close to the compute, and you run it on the compute. Okay, you are not going to run it on different. If you're not talking, you can go on mute because we hear a lot of background noise. So with the data warehouse has warehouse. So if you see here in Snowflake, when I run a query, it's running on my warehouse. So it's using a warehouse. So my data is close to my compute. Okay, so I'm using a small compute, so I can run faster queries here, and I can bring the raw data. So I can have the raw data here. So I can write my transformation logic here. So the advantage you have is faster SQL, and you have data close to your compute. So it's going to be faster. Your computation is going to be faster. Your SQL is going to be faster, and data warehouse is going to run 24 hours. Whereas data lake or ETL are on demand. It's going to run on demand and schedule basis. So whenever you require, it's going to run, and then it will go down. So in the computation on the ETL, it will be done in a batch mode. It will run once in a day or multiple times in a day. But your data warehouse is available throughout the day. It will run 24 hours. When from dashboards or from reporting tools, whenever they fire a query, it's going to run on your warehouse and going to give you results. Okay, that is the difference. So is it clear?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
All right. Can I take this forward now, Will?
Yeah, you can take it
You're
over.
done. All right, guys. So thank you so much, Will, for giving the whole course overview. Now, what we will go through is we'll try to understand like different questions, just such as what Steve has asked, right? What can be best for me, and then we will also go through like let me share my screen. Um All right. So we already covered about codings required, who can learn, roadmap, right? And then where to practice. So let's talk about like what we are offering you different. Let's talk about that. And then let's also talk about, hey, how we will help you in the interview preparation and then scenario-based question and then mock interview, right? And what are the salary range which you can target by doing this course, right? And then what are the different offers we are giving you? So let's talk about that now, okay? So first of all, let me take you through the like different uh, like for example, I will go to naukri.com and here what kind of a job role which you can apply. For example, like you guys can just go and search Snowflake here, right? Snowflake developer. And then if you just search Snowflake developer here, you will see many job openings over here, right? And then those job openings are 0 to 3 years of experience, 3 to 6 years like salary package, 6 to 10 salary package, 10 to 20 salary package, right? So you can see the salary range of Snowflake developer, like a different salary bracket is there, right? And you guys know that if you just like if you are a very fresher, then the openings are less. But when you just increase like so suppose for example let's go here from the experience so yeah, so over here if you just try to search for 2 years of experience, you will see openings, and then for 3 years also you will see the openings, and then for fresher as well you'll see the openings, right? So there are openings for all along, right? And then not only the Snowflake developer, if you just type Snowflake like SQL as well, you'll see openings, right? And then when you search Snowflake, like just like data engineer, you'll also see openings, right? So after doing this training, you can apply to all of these jobs, right? You can basically apply to all of these jobs related to Snowflake, right? That you can do. And not only in India. So suppose the people who joined outside, right? So this Naukri.com generally is being used to find a job in India. But if you're looking for a job outside of India, then you can also go and search in LinkedIn. For example, like if I type Azure data engineering over here, right? Azure data engineering, or sorry, Snowflake data engineering over here, Snowflake data engineering over here. Then also you'll see, I will see a job openings, right? So suppose Snowflake data engineer, senior data engineer, Snowflake, lead data engineer, all of these job openings also you can apply, right? So, so there is a job openings, there is a market of Snowflake data engineering, which I'm showing you right now, right? And then if you're from a SQL background, for example, like you know SQL, you have worked with as a data analyst, you are very much familiar about warehouse and SQL in general. So Snowflake is the first tool which you should go for, right? Because you already know SQL, you are from the legacy system, such as like very familiar with the SQL. So in the SQL, in the Snowflake, you can basically process big amount of data. You can also run Spark query over there, right? You can make a modern data platform, right? Which is being explained by Whale, right? So you can do everything related to that, right? So if you are comfortable with SQL, the first go-to tool is Snowflake, right? That is what you should learn first, okay? Now the Snowflake can be integrated with Azure, and also it can be integrated with AWS as well in the market, right? That also can be done, right? So you can apply to all the jobs related to Azure data engineering integration with Snowflake. You can also apply any job related to AWS data engineering domain related to Snowflake, right? That also you can do, right? So if I am a SQL developer, I will first go for Snowflake data engineering, and then I can learn like AWS or Azure to further enhance my knowledge. That is what I can do, right? So just to suffice, whatever we have learned and seen so far, the Snowflake data engineering course, what it will provide you 4 years of experience, right? What will be taught? Snowflake, Airflow, Glue, ADF, DBT will be taught, right? So Snowflake data engineering with Airflow, Glue, which is from AWS domain, ADF, which is from Azure domain, and then DBT. All of these tools will be taught. We will be learning 2 projects in 2 months, right? We will do this SnowPro course certificate, right? The basic knowledge, like who can do this? If you have a knowledge about SQL, you can do this. After doing the Snowflake data engineering course, you can target up to 20 LPA package, right? The batch is starting from 15th October, 8:30 a.m. IST, right? And sometimes people ask about, hey Abhishek, how my learning journey will look like. Let me show you that as well, right? For example, like if I show you our learning journey, right? So let me show you that. So if you see over here, after every class, so we are basically following the same way how the trainings has been provided to freshers in all the companies, right? So suppose we hire fresher from the college, and then we train them for 2 to 3 months, and then we put them to the project. That is what the same model we are following here. We are basically training you from the real-time project perspective, because we know what kind of project is being done in the company, right? And then we are training you accordingly. So suppose if you see, after every class we are giving a homework, after every class we are giving a homework, after every class we are giving a homework, right? And class by class we are teaching you, and then we are building project. So in this particular project has been done in front of you real time. So this 2 hours without any error, everything is done real time in front of you, right? So over here as well, if you go, so it's the first project which we are building, logistic data platform, right? And then we are building everything in front of you real time without any errors, right? And then the first project is completed in 6 hours, if you see. And then like we are again class by class, we are building project, and then this particular project is being done, right? So this is a running batch which is ending right now, and after that we will help you in the resume preparation, mock interview, and other things, right? So suppose this is the like running batch. Now let me show you the other batches, right? So for example, let me show you the like this batch, for example, like so over here, if you see class by class, we are giving a homework, class by class, we are giving you homework, and then after all the classes is done, we are basically doing a project in front of you, right? And then we are class by class, we are building project, class by class, we are building a project, and then after all of these classes are done, we are again building a project in front of you, right? We are again building a project in front of you. Like yeah, Medallion project, Medallion architecture project. And then after all the project is done, we are telling you how to answer the scenario based interview question, technical challenges faced, and production issues. And then we are telling you how to introduce yourself, how to explain a project, right? And then we are giving you the resume. Then we are giving you the interview question, like topic wise interview question and company wise interview question, so that you are fully prepared. So we are basically following a model in which we are first basically we are doing 2 real-time projects, right? 2 real-time projects we are doing. Then we are helping in resume preparation. Then we are telling you how to introduce yourself, how to explain a project. Then we are taking a mock interview, and that too in a 20 people batch size, right? That is what we are doing. So just to summarize everything, Just to summarize everything, we will be learning Snowflake, Airflow, Glue, ADF, DBT. We will do 2 projects in 2 months. You'll get SnowPro course certificate. The basic knowledge about SQL is required for doing this course curriculum. So if you are from SQL background, definitely go for this course, right? And then if your expectation is up to 20 LPA, you can easily, by learning only Snowflake, you can target up to 20 LPA. The batch is starting from 15th October, 8:30 a.m. IST will be the batch timing. It will be the weekend batch. Now, suppose if you say, Abhishek, I am already earning 20 LP, or my expectation is more than that, right? Or my experience, I am looking for more experience. I am already a 10-year experience guy, right? So in that case, either you should like choose Azure with Snowflake, right? Or you should go for either you should choose Azure with Snowflake, or give me a moment, guys. I got a call. Yeah, 1 second. All right. So either you should choose Azure with Snowflake, or you should choose AWS with Snowflake, right? For example, like you can integrate like Snowflake with Azure data engineering, or you can integrate Snowflake with AWS data engineering. So let's understand step by step. So if I am from SQL background, I will definitely go and learn Snowflake. If I'm not from SQL background, I will learn first SQL and then I will go for Snowflake, right? So we have a SQL courses as well, which you can opt for and then learn SQL first, right? And now, what is the second question? So second question is, Abhishek, should I choose Azure or should I choose AWS? So honestly, guys, both clouds are good. I am from Azure background. Whale is from AWS background, right? We are regularly teaching batches. Regularly, students are getting jobs, right? It's not about like which cloud is good. Both the cloud is good. It's about what suits your profile. For example, in my company, I have like my company is already integrating AWS. Why would I go for Azure and if in my company they are integrating AWS, right? So it depends. If you are 6 to 7 years of experience, you need to understand in your company what kind of a cloud they are working on, and then you should ideally go for that cloud, right? So go for Azure or go for AWS. No matter which cloud you go for, you will always regret not choosing the other one, right? That's for sure truth, because many of our students go for AWS, then they always feel that, hey, why I should have gone for Azure. Or if you choose Azure, you'll always think that you should gone for AWS, right? So it doesn't matter. Ultimately, just choose in your company whatever cloud they're opting, just choose that, because it will be easy for you to learn, because you can learn and implement it. Now, suppose if you say, Abhishek, in my company, like they are just working on Snowflake, none of the cloud is integrated, or I am very confused, I don't know still, right? Then you should ask second question. What is the second question you should ask for? In your background, your best friends or the friends who are like you can just call and discuss something, right? They are working on which cloud? For example, my very good friend is working on Azure background, right? So like I can call him and discuss ideas with him, or he can refer me, or I can just like try to understand what he's doing, right? I can just call him in the night and then ask him to like sit with me and go through some topics, right? So that kind of a touch you need. So we are always there to guide you, but friend is friend, right? So you can just like discuss things with him. So you can go for that particular cloud as well, which your circle is around, right? Your colleagues are around, right? So suppose you can say that, Abhishek, I am a SQL guy, so I should go for Snowflake. In my company, they are opting for Azure, so I will go for Azure. But if none of the cloud they are working on, so just see your background. For example, your 4 friends working on different cloud, like all of them are from Azure, go for a Snowflake with Azure in that case. Okay. So now, if you are a Snowflake developer, right? If you are a SQL guy, go for Snowflake definitely. If you don't know SQL, don't go for Snowflake, right? And now, if you are basically confident about Snowflake, and if you're looking for only 20 LPA, 15 to 20 LPA, don't learn Azure, don't learn AWS, just learn Snowflake, and that is enough. But if you're looking for more than 20, 15 to 20 LPA, right? And when you want more package, you ideally need to learn more, right? That is very truth, right? So you should go for either AWS or Azure, right? In that particular case, Azure is better, or AWS, like Azure or AWS, both cloud is good. You can just understand that your company is working on which particular cloud, or your friends is working on which particular cloud, and accordingly choose that cloud, right? It might seem that, hey, Abhishek, you're just like, but it is truth, guys. What I'm telling, it's truth. Just choose that cloud and then go for it. And like and then in this particular AWS data engineering domain, we will be further learning Glue, DynamoDB, Athena, Lambda, Kinesis, all of that in very detailed manner. And in Azure data engineering domain, right, we will be learning ADF, data lake, fabric, synapse, and it will further enhance your package, right? So if you want more than 20 LPA, and if you want to show experience more than 5 to 6 years of experience, you might go for Snowflake with AWS, or you can go for Snowflake with Azure as well, right? So this is a summary about everything. Snowflake, 3 years of experience. Snowflake with AWS, 5 years of experience. Snowflake with Azure, 5 years of experience. Here you learn Snowflake, Airflow, Glue, ADF, DBT. If you want to further learn ADF, you might go for Azure program. If you want to further learn Glue, you can go for Snowflake with AWS program, right? We will do 2 projects here. We'll do 5 projects here. We'll do 4 to 5 projects here. Here you can do Snowpro course certificate. After doing this course curriculum, you can go for AWS certification as well. After doing this particular course curriculum, you can go for this certificate itself, because the DP203 is deprecated, so I haven't written any certification over here. The basic knowledge about SQL is required for all of this course curriculum. For if you're just looking for up to 20 LPA, just go for this. If you're looking for more than that, go for AWS or Azure, right? And all of them, the batch is starting from 15th of October, so you can opt for that, right? First, we will learn Snowflake, then we will focus on AWS or Azure Cloud afterwards, right? If you're looking for an integrated course, right? Or you can learn in parallel as well if your time's time suits you, right? So this is a summary about everything, right? So now let me also try to summarize in a very simple manner. If you are from SQL background, looking for like 3 to 4 years of experience, looking up to 20 LPA package, go for Snowflake only, nothing else is required. Do 2 projects, learn for 2 months, go and find a job. If you are looking for more than 20 LPA, looking for 6, 7 years of experience, 5 years of experience, right? Go for Azure or AWS, choose any cloud based upon your company or your friends, right? Simple. For all of the codes, SQL is must, right? For integrated program, it will go for 4 months. For Snowflake, will go for 2 months, and in other Azure or AWS will further learn for 2 months, right? Now, what is the offer for the enrollment, right? So if you're looking for a Snowflake bootcamp, right, only Snowflake, right, the course price is 20,000 rupees. In today's demo, you can get it in 17,000 rupees. You need to pay 10,000 rupees now. This is the link for that. And then the Snowflake recording is 8,999. In today's demo, you can get it in 7,999. And this is the link for that, right? What is the difference between live and recording? In the recording, you will get the recording of the live session, which has happened, right, recently. In the live, you'll get the live classes daily. So it's a 9 a.m. IST. It's a mistake over here, right? So it's a 9 a.m. IST. The 2 hours daily will be the classes. So in the recording and live, that is the only difference, that in the live, you will attend the classes live, and also interview support is there. We will take a mock interview. Whenever you're giving an interview, you can have a call with us, right? In the recording, those options are not there, right? In the recording, we'll give you the recording, and you can similarly learn, right? And if you're looking for an integrated program, for example, right, if you want to go for AWS program or Azure program, right, the course for this is 40,000 rupees, 40,000 rupees. But in today's domain, you can get it in 30,000 rupees. You need to use the same link, the link which is here for the registration, and you can upgrade your program later on, right? So you can you just need to pay 10,000 rupees now, and then you can upgrade your program to AWS or Azure just by talking to us. We'll call you, and then you can tell us that, hey, I want to go for an integrated program, right? So this is a 4 months program, right? So let me send you the link in the chat, and then you guys can register yourself, right? For the live classes, you need to pay 10,000 rupees now, right? For all sort of a training program. And then for the recording, you need to pay 7,998 to register yourself, right? So I have sent you the link in the chat, right? If you guys have any question, you guys can ask me, and then we will answer those questions. Give me a moment. I will give you the chance so that you can unmute yourself. All right, guys. So if you have any question, you can ask me. Anybody has any question, guys?
So it's like Snowflake plus Azure, including both is 4 months, or Snowflake 2 months and Azure 4 months?
Snowflake 2 months, and Azure Data Engineering will go for 2 months. And in 2 months, you learn ADF, Data Lake, Fabric, Synapse, the Azure related tools. That is what you will learn. And in 2 months, you'll
Is it
focus on Azure.
same? Is it same as like different, like Azure Data Engineering plus Databricks and Apache Spark, is it right? So is it the same or uh, bit in depth or?
In depth. So you will learn in Azure data engineering, you will learn in depth, such as like what is lookup activity, what is for each activity, how to create a full load pipeline, how to create a delta load pipeline, how to do the migration. You will learn complete like the data engineering particularly in another 2 months. And
Okay.
you'll also learn
So,
fabric, synapse, those things. Yeah.
so if I take separate course of single like Azure Data Engineering plus and Databricks and Apache Spark, is it right? That is for 2 months only. Even that is
Uh, so either you so I suggest you to go for either Snowflake or Databricks because both are competitor. Don't learn both. Okay. So either learn
okay. Okay.
Snowflake or then learn Data Factory, right? So you don't need to learn Snowflake, Data Factory, and also Databricks because Snowflake and Databricks are competitor. Choose one. Only choose ones. Okay. Don't learn both.
Got got it.
So,
Got it.
so first learn Snowflake and Data Factory. Snowflake is a transformation or data processing tool. Data Factory is a migration tool. So that is what you need to learn. Now Databricks is also a processing tool. So if you have learned Snowflake, you don't need to learn Databricks ultimately. If you want to learn both, you can learn it, but just focus on Snowflake first, then Data Factory, then you have time left to learn from Databricks afterwards. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. So based upon your profile, if you have any question, you guys can tell me, right? And we will help you accordingly, right? And then during the course as well, this is what we will do. So I totally get it. If you go to the YouTube, right, you will search, you will find what is best for you, you will choose, and then you learn, and you don't know how to portray that in the resume. But we will help you end to end because we know things technically. So we will help you in basically understanding the course. We will also help you to understand the project. We will also help you to mold the project as per your profile, right? And then take mock interview, and we will be there with you till the time you get a job, right? So you just need to keep practicing as we are suggesting you, right? And we are from this particular background, and we have experience in Azure, we have experience in Snowflake, we have experience in AWS. So we will be able to guide you about everything. And if you need some SQL guidance, if you need some Python guidance, then we have a course all around, right? So you can just reach out to us if you want to understand, hey Abhishek, this is best for me or not. So I can help you to understand that, guys.
So we can reach you on one-on-one.
Reach around one on one. Yeah, so you can ask a doubt, right? In the class, you can ask the doubt. And if you have doubt some after the class as well, you can ping us and then you can clarify your doubt.
I mean, like before joining, right now to clarify some doubts.
Yeah, so you can ask now, and you can also ping me, and I can clarify those doubts. So
Sir,
I'm sending you the number, and then you can ping
what,
me. Yeah, yeah, go
yes,
ahead.
sir. What are the components we are using in Snowflake project? It's like both all of these Snowflake, Airflow, Glue. These are all the components are you including in the projects? Yes, that one only.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this all of this component you will be learning. You will be learning Snowflake, Airflow, Glue, ADF, DBT.
Okay.
All right. Anybody has any question, guys?
Is it now like can I join Snowflake for now and then later on after company Snowflake with the same offer you have given us, then upgrade it to Azure?
You can do that, but currently we are giving you both the course because each course is 20,000 rupees. So if you join together, then it will be 30,000 rupees. Like you will get each course in 15,000 rupees, and if you join together. But if you join one by one, then it might cost you like 34 because 17 plus 70. So it might cost you more. So that is why we are suggesting to join together so that you get some benefit out of it. But if you feel that I want to join one by one, then you can join Snowflake right now, and whenever the Azure data engineering program is starting, right, you can see what offers are going on, and then you can enroll together separately for Azure after that. Okay. But if you enroll now, you'll get the course in less price. That's all. Yeah. Anybody has any question, guys? Can this project will be yes, this project can be added in the resume. That is why we are teaching you accordingly. So the whole training program is being made in such a way that it helps you to get a job. You can write this project in your resume. It also helps you to do project real time in the company without our assistance. So after you do this training program, which is an extensive 30 to 35 hours of training program, it might sound that hey, 35 hours is very less, but if you learn for 35 hours without any error, so we are basically doing without any errors, but when you practice you might need 60 to 70 hours to implement it. So it's 100 hours which you're putting in 2 months, so daily you need to commit for 2 to 3 hours with your full-time job. So it's a extensive training. So if you do it for 2 to 3 months, you will be able to do the job. You will be able to get the interview. You can crack the interview as well, because it's a interview centric, project centric learning. Okay. Just like when you join a Infosys company, right? They take you to some sort of a training program, or when you join Mu Sigma, then they also put you to extensive training program for 2 to 3 months, right? It's that kind of a training. Okay. All right. Anybody has any question, guys? One last time. Anybody has any question, guys? I just put my number. If you have any question, you can ping me on WhatsApp and I can reach out to you. Um All right, guys. So that's all for today's masterclass and today's demo. If you have any question, you can ping me. And then if you want to enroll for the today's masterclass, right, this is the offer which we are giving, 20,000 rupees, 17,000 rupees is the demo price. And this offer is valid till today, 11:59 p.m. IST, right? And if you're looking for the integrated program, you can just use the same link and we will reach out to you, and then you can tell that you want to go for Azure or AWS, and then we will accordingly upgrade your uh, enrollment, right? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the today's masterclass. See you then if you are enrolling. Thank you so much who already registered. Bye. Thank you so much, guys. Anybody has any question? All right. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. See you then.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. Bye bye.
Bye.